On my very first day with network advertising, I picked up the first rule that we follow every single day at NoMU, which is that if you aren't breaking through the clutter, you're just adding to it. And that is our mantra. And we've employed that religiously in everything we do at NoMU, from our packaging through to our brand communication, to our interaction with our customers. There's no benefit in being quiet and hanging back, otherwise you just get swallowed by the mess. The first lesson working at NoMU was to make absolutely certain that you are always telling the truth to your customer. We were selling a product that was much more expensive. You couldn't see it, you couldn't touch it, you couldn't taste it. These are the rubs. And it was a new concept, people didn't understand it. And we realized that the strongest weapon we had was the truth behind the story. So we decided to be truthful through and through. We wouldn't try and tell people they needed to buy our product because it was better packaged. We would convince them on the merits of the quality and on the strength of the packaging and the design, but also the fact that the story that existed just behind all of that was truthful. There was a young woman starting a business. There was a guy trying to help her. This was happening in the front room of a cottage. We didn't hide from the mistakes we made. In fact, we celebrated them. So the lesson in the first year was to not be frightened to share the truth, because actually people loved it and they wanted to identify with it. The best packaging is the type that needs no advertising to support it. If your product jumps off the shelf, if it breaks through the clutter, you've succeeded in doing what most of your competition won't have managed to do without the need of a major advert to support it. Good packaging ought to be eye-catching, it ought to be interesting, it ought to be engaging, and it ought to be truthful.